Welcome to PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. We're at Mill River Union High School today. The start of the soccer season on a warm one, a hot sunny day down at Mill River is Mount Anthony in the blue uniforms taking on the Minutemen. They're both teams' season openers, 40-minute halves, overtime if necessary. Golden goal is the rule in OT. And boy, conditioning, the preseason conditioning, that could come in big on a hot, humid day like this. Remember, they started the soccer programs, VPA cut back a week on their practice time for just this thing right here, getting in condition. So see how these teams are, and we'll try to keep up with the names, numbers, and jerseys. There's some new faces out there for Mill River. They're coached in the second year now by Ian Aiken, who took over for Kevin Ratty, who's over at Proctor, Vermont, doing the varsity program. And I'll have some of the Proctor soccer for you. That's Bullock with the touch, number 7. He'll bring the ball back. Of course, Catrati, number 2. One of the men you've got to watch as far as marking him defensively. Know where he is out there. He's a big scorer for Mill River. We'll have a throw by Mount Anthony. And again, this is the time of the year you start thinking fall and cooler weather. Not today. It's a warm one. But you do start thinking about the fall programming on Channel 15. And besides the soccer and football action, you can also get ready to watch the Halloween parade for 2010. And unlike other years when I say brought to you live by Channel 15 and of course on Halloween, one of those statements is incorrect. It is going to be on Channel 15 live, but they've changed the format and it will not be held on Halloween this year. The parade will be, I believe, the Saturday before Halloween, but that will be confirmed and they'll tell me the exact date and time. But the Halloween parade not on Halloween this year. Just remember that if you start your planning. We played whistle free. There we go. I was waiting for the call. Randy Dewey out there, one of the officials for today's ball game, and it looks like Mr. Buzzle with him. We'll have a kick coming up. If I had to give a number, I'd say just about the 30-yard line. I'm not going to really complain a lot today about the sun in my eyes because I've done that for I don't know how many years now. That shot never got through. They built a, no, I don't know what to call it, a building for watching sports here on the far side of the field. And I was asked, I don't know how many dozens of times in the last 2 weeks why I'm not videotaping from there because the sun would be at my back. I want to show you the building. They did a beautiful job. It was all done by volunteers. It was really nice. But a couple things. The windows, there's only one side that opens. The other is a stationary window. And I went up there a couple days ago and tried to shoot through with the camera just to see what it looked like. And I could only see about a third of the field. So, in the window, like I said, I can't take the window out. Like when I shoot at MSJ or Legion Baseball at St. Peter's Field, they have windows that are on tracks, and you can actually lift and take the window out. That's almost to the far corner. It'll be headed out to the far side, and they just missed getting on the scoreboard there. That's going to be off from the foot of number 4, Luke Davis for Mill River. And like I said, I got to get used to some of these new names and numbers as they're looking to retrieve the ball. There it is. They rolled all the way over to Wallingford and back, and they'll get it now. There's a little throw-in. But yeah, I mean, I know they cut away some of the countertop over there, plywood countertop, so I could get closer to the window. But I've got to really have a bigger opening to shoot left and shoot right, and there's the scoop up as the ball will roll in. And I should mention the starting goalie for Mount Anthony is Brett Harrington. And then, of course, it's Zach Fuller for Mill River, and that's a good kick all the way out to the midfield area. Last year, Ian Aiken really changed styles here from what we had seen in years past from Coach Kevin Ratty, the former coach, and it's hopefully going to be a better, more successful season this year as the team able to get a year in the system and understand it and play it a little bit more fluidly. But it's not a real wide open, over the top, use your speed. Actually, Mill River kind of neutralizes their own speed in what they play for a style right now. So we'll see how that unfolds. And we'll have the throw coming up, and this will be taken by number 11, Josh Bankert. Bankert getting the running start. We'll give the heave right to the center of the field, top of the box. Actually, in the 18 it was, and it'll come rolling out now. It's at the top of the arc. A little nudge from behind. I mean, we're using the body to keep in front of the defender and control that soccer ball. They try to send it into the top of the box. A lot of short passing for the Minutemen. That's Bullock. Had it to the knee and then back down, and then Bankert with the ball. He's going to cross over. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure people will. That's going to be wide, and we'll have a goal kick coming up. Bankert was in, I think, the sweeper position last year. So that's something different to see him up front in an offensive position. So Harrington will take the goal kick on the far side of the box. And I've lobbied for 15 years of covering soccer. I don't know why they have to be 40-minute halves. I think we can get this all done in 25, 30 minutes a half. Lots more Mill River football action for you coming up at a later date. I think it's the 25th that they're back home again. That's when I'll pick them back up. They're coming off that 22-0 win over Montpelier. That was their first win in 2 years. Glad I could be here. Timing was everything. And that ball will be kicked side out. We'll have a throw by the Minutemen. They're going to be just about equivalent to a corner kick here as Bankert come over and see if he can throw the ball deep enough into the box to create a scoring chance. And there's the momentum. There's the heave. And, boy, it landed in a sweet spot. Unfortunately, just no white shirts around there. Everybody was at the top of the 18. That'll go off the knees, and no whistle. It must have been saved, and now the whistle will blow, and you can see the reaction by number 18, Tim Carr, but it was out of play, and the Patriots in those blue uniforms will take the throw. Don't forget, you can catch all the sports action on the internet free at PEGTV.com by clicking Video on Demand. The menu will come up with all the different games, and you can just go ahead and click and pick and watch what you want. Don't forget, PEGTV Channel 20 is your home for Castleton State College home football games. Which, to me, it's a fascinating thing that we don't get a lot of credit at PEGTV for covering Castleton State College football. True, the internet station actually does the broadcasting, but they feed it out through Channel 20, which means we're quite an essential part to their success, and they should start acknowledging that. Without us, you'd be stuck on a little computer watching a game instead of on the nice big flat screen TV in your living room in the comfort of an easy chair. And that is Mr. Buzzle, who's the other official. You can see him wearing the shades out there, and it's intense sun today. No score, no real scoring chances. 33 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first half of play. And I got to tell you, I don't do the backwards time thing. That's just too much math. We've been about 8 minutes almost gone by, and we had the whistle, and I believe they want him to bring the ball out. They want him to back up. Bankert's got to go back about 3 more yards. I'll have Mill River girls soccer action for you starting at a later date on Channel 15. And like I said, I'm going to count my schedule up. I believe I have 5 home games for the Proctor boys, Proctor girls varsity soccer programs. And then, of course, Jimmy Shortle's Rutland Rec Pride football team, the 7th, 8th grade tackle football program. That's Carr to the corner, and he's going to use that left foot and cross the ball. He's going to try and circle, get on the right side. Well defended as they pinned him against the sideline. Then they kick out, and it will become a throw for Mill River. Carr will go short and just dump the ball back to Bankert. And Kevin Raddy's run here at Mill River, they had that one championship appearance, where they culminated in a 2-0 loss to Harwood. And then, of course, in his final year, they went to the semifinals, I believe undefeated, and suffered a loss that year in the semis. But other than that, I mean, just a tremendously successful program. We're seeing that at Proctor. Last year, in his first year at Proctor, Coach Raddy able to bring his team to the semifinals, eventually losing to Black River. Here's a phenomenal soccer program right there. And they'll give it off on the wing. The Patriots on the rush, and will they take the shot? They're going to try to center the ball. Comes across the 18, rolls to this near sideline. Will go out of play, and we'll have a throw coming up for the Minutemen. Bankert going to get the ball himself. And again, the ball boys who volunteer never really get enough credit. They do a tremendous job going up and down the field. So Bankert going to have to hold for a second. There was a substitution that had came in, and now Bankert all set. Haven't heard a lot from Contrati so far. They've got him well marked, and speak of the devil, he had to throw go to him, but he's able to duck underneath it, not corral it, and possession will go to MAU. Patriots, again, in those blue uniforms, are going to send the ball down to that right corner, and they'll be watching it get chased down. A little bit of a lean, and that was number 17 for Mill River, Alex Mathis. So Mathis was there but couldn't control the ball, and we'll have a throw by Mount Anthony. Again, they're in a good spot to go right to the box and try to generate a header or some type of scoring chance. They went up. That was just well defended. You see all the white shirts in position, and Contrati able to turn away and get some open field to work with. He's to the circle, the center circle, the midfield, and wants to give the ball off on the left side and just miskicked it, to be quite blunt, and the defender will pick it up. I remember many, many years ago they had the offside rule in field hockey, and a lot of people think that game's quite a long, grinded out type of game. I love field hockey, actually, but they got rid of that offside rule, and I've been a big proponent of getting rid of the offside rule here in soccer, and that's an obvious tackle of Bankert as he's brought down. Almost could have been a yellow card, but we'll have a kick coming up on Mill River. That's off from the foot of Ryan Hammond, and then the collision and good handshake. Now, Cotrani does get physical. He's not a huge guy, but he comes with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he was able to, that was a good play, clean play right there, but you can get under his skin and throw him off his game, and that's a great slide kick right there. On the tackle to make the steal, and there's the layout on the far side. Coming down full throttle, Mill River trying to get the corner, and just too much defense. There's double team on Luke Davis as he was trying to bring it around and center that ball. And I've lost it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you zoom in too tight, and then you're in a lot of trouble trying to find the ball. This is Mount Anthony. Again, it's been a 50-50 game as far as shots on net, time of possession, territorial. Nice save as he elects to take the throw out. I got to focus the camera again. It's going to take me a second. That's Zach Fuller with the save, and Carr. Yeah, he got a little help there as he got tripped up, and that's going to be the call. And hear the horn sound in the background. Bankert, number 11, wait up as they're going to bring in. Are they going to allow the substitution? No, they're not going to allow the substitution. That was Dustin Stone getting ready to come in. So he'll be coming in at the next opportunity for Mill River, and their home whites in their season opener. Goes beyond the toe of Bullock, and this is going to go over the top into the 30-35, and they're going to go backwards to go forwards, and I was always skeptical of that, but it worked out for him this time. To a degree, that went out of play, and that'll be possession by Mount Anthony on the offensive side of the midfield stripe. Just a matter of where they actually spot the ball where it went out of bounds. Pretty much right at the end of Mount Anthony's bench area. Nope, they're going to bring it back to midfield. All right. A lot of extra balls on the field. Doesn't take a lot to throw an old guy like me off my game up here calling it through the camera. I'm getting old. I got a knee pad on my left knee because remember how I complained last year I tore the meniscus in my left knee? Well, I got that all repaired, or as much as I could. And then I tore my MCL this year in it, so that knee's pretty shot because it's full of arthritis too. But I got a knee pad on so I can kneel on it, do the camera work. And I hang out the window, and I've never done it before today, and it's almost embarrassing, but I tied a rope around me so I wouldn't go falling out the window. Not that anybody would notice, but Carr onside wants to reverse the ball to the left foot. Got tangled up with his own teammate dancing around and needs somebody to give the ball to. They wait for the center of the field to open up. I'll go to Bankert. Here's the push through, and that's going to be lifted, and Harrington will have an easy catch of that one. I think that was Moline, number 14. It is hard to pick up the numbers on those white jerseys on these brilliantly lit sunny days. And no, like I said, I'm not going to complain because there is a new booth over there, but just not really set up for video, so I'm stuck over here. I have a feeling there's not a lot of soccer left in me in the coming years, and that's going to be Bankert. Now they'll let the substitutions come in for Mill River. We're down to 27 minutes to go in the first half. We played 13 minutes of scoreless soccer. And if you've never watched a high school soccer game, you should get used to hearing that phrase a lot. There's usually not a ton of scoring in any soccer. But I hear the players and the coaches who know the game much better than I do, obviously. Very appreciative of having fields and stuff, but just the condition of the fields compared to other states that really cater to soccer, nice job. Going to have a corner coming up. No, going to say... Well, I thought it was a corner. Yeah, it is a corner or a throw. Went out through the in line off from Mill River, and I'm not sure why, but it only becomes a throw. So that's what we're going to take. Mount Anthony with the throw coming up. You can see the defense there. They want to turn him to the outside. And good layers of support there, and that's going to go out through the in line, and now we'll have a goal kick coming up. That's going to be Ryan Hammond, it looks like, getting in position to take the kick. Now, I can only assume that he's related to Dan Hammond somehow, who played for Mill River, Coach Ratty at Mill River. Did a phenomenal job. They go short with the kick. And Casey Gravel, number 9 out there. He'll bring it up to Bankert. Josh Bankert able to slip that pass through to Gravel, who was coming down on that. It's almost like a triangle or a diamond offensive that they run. I don't know the technical term for it, but it's almost the offense that Gary Hoder ran when he beat Rutland High School. When he coached at MSJ, the only time I remember MSJ winning a soccer game at Rutland, and Gary Hoder was the head coach. John Kelly got the game-winning goal with about 7 minutes to go in that ball game. You talk about stunned. Of course, Gary Hoder now the field hockey coach up at Otter Valley. And never too early start thinking about getting inside of those gyms for basketball season. I'm going to head up to Otter Valley and Mill River. I haven't been approached about doing Proctor girls basketball. I have no problem with that, as long as I have a spot to shoot from. MSJ is iffy to me. It hasn't been a happy marriage the last couple of years down there for me to try to get a spot to shoot from, and they're not very helpful about it. And there's really no need for me to. I don't get paid, so I really have nobody to answer to. And if they don't want to accommodate me, well, then there's plenty of basketball other places. And when players slow to get up, as Catrati got there at the same time, all their feet met, and that was Maggio that gets up for Mount Anthony. He seems to be all right. And are they going to have a kickoff? Yeah, I think they're going to have simultaneous possession. No, I'll see who they're going to bring in. I thought they were going to have a kickoff, like a tip-off in basketball or a face-off in hockey, but it looks to be just a kick coming up for Mill River. Sorry about that. The camera nudged it there. Getting Catrati, number 2, getting set. His brother, just a phenomenal player here at Mill River. That's up and oh! Nice reaction by Harrington. Twice will get the hands on it and make the save, and we're still scoreless. Best scoring chance of the ball game right there. It came from Mill River. And the goalie, that is the Mill River goalie out at the 40-yard line that got tangled up. And boy, you talk about being risky. Fuller made a gamble and got away with it. I'm not sure it was a great decision, but he didn't get burned on it. Bullock will tip over. I'm not sure he really got hit, but he fell down. And now to the left side, Mount Anthony trying to counterattack after that scoring chance by Mill River. And that looks like it's going to make the sideline at will. And we'll have a throw coming up for the Minutemen. Gravel in that vicinity, and he's going to stay right there and take the throw. Off the back of the head of his teammate and out of play. Now, I haven't learned all the memorized the names and numbers yet, but I will. I'm not that old yet, but trying to send the ball through gently. Now again, it was well defended. Everybody way up at the top of the 18-yard line. Oh, that's why I don't know. I don't have a number 19 on my roster, so I don't know who that is from Mill River. Catrati really couldn't hook it. That'll just go through the inline, and Harrington will take the kick for Mount Anthony. I'll have to work on that. There's a 19 on white, and I don't have a 19. And everybody was playing deep for that long pass, so they just came off short to this near side of the field. Well, he's got the corner, he's got the advantage. He's going to come in and take the shot, and a save by Fuller. And the scramble for the loose ball, and a great save. As Zach Fuller stayed with it. Yeah, we're going to have a whistle that time. As Gravel, a very physical player himself, will get called for. Now, to me, they call a lot of stuff. It's not supposed to be a contact sport, but it really is. Soccer is. But they got to let them, don't be blatant and vicious, but it'd spice up the game a little bit if you could get a little away with some of that stuff. Well, that's a great kick. Never got through. You can see all the original shot. It was let it go through. Yeah, there you go. Goal kick coming up. The original kick, though, was Mount Anthony hitting Mount Anthony. And then we were able to fill in the spaces. So 21 and a half minutes left in the first half of play, and each team starting to open things up a little bit, or as open as soccer becomes. And a deep booming kick, and just about to the 40-yard line. That's Hammond with the kick. There's the step up, and Catrati. See, Catrati's brother played in a system where they let him go on the wing and then just kick over the top of the defense, and they'll use the speed to outrun the defenders and come in on the goalies. I think Tyler probably would have really excelled in that system. Now, let me ask, You don't know who number 19 is, do you? Okay. We'll work on number 19 still. Okay. They've got a good cameraman up here doing the coach's tape. Mr. Badgley's up here, and he's going to find out who number 19 is at the half for me for Mill River. As Catrati got spun around, lost the ball, and that kick's going to go up and over the top. Of course, Ian Aiken has been around a long time. Soccer, that's his sport. And last time up to last year, I covered him at College of St. Joseph, CSJ. He was the soccer coach there. And I'm waiting to see, it's going to be Mill River's kick. And it takes me, not that my camera work's ever awesome, but it takes me a while to get into, like I'm just coming off from baseball season, so you got to give me a chance to get into soccer mode as far as smoothing out the camera work. And that's a short kick that time. The wind came up at that point, and that certainly didn't help it any. Trying to bring it through a lot of defenders, and that should be a whistle. Yeah, that was also embellished a little bit, but that is certainly a penalty, as number 5 will be called for it. That's Wilson, Jamie Wilson. Carr wanted to bring the ball back on reversal dribble and just had to take it off his foot, and they're going to, there's a lot of horns and bells and whistles going off. They're going to bring the ball back as they put the ball on the play before they were set. 19 minutes left to go in the first half. You're watching Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports, and you're also watching Mill River Union High School boys varsity soccer action. And boy, you can see right there, just grinded out type of soccer game. As again, the horn will sound and the subs will come in, and the Mill River will have the throw, and it's going to be just about at the 30. And the breeze coming across the field in the face of Banker, so he probably won't be able to bring it at the top of the 18 like a kick. Banker's set, and there's the throw, and he actually got that. That's a powerful throw. That was a lot better than I thought he was going to be able to do. But on the whistle, change of possession, and the kick coming up. I just got to find the ball again. There we go. Again, Mount Anthony and Mill River non-league action open up the soccer season. Congratulations to Proctor. They defeated Bellows Falls in their season opener in the boys soccer program, 5-0. They play up a division there. That ball coming through, and Harrington electing just to take it and take the kick instead of handle the ball for the throw, and that's going to be out of play. Number 10 came up for Mill River. That's Dan Campbell. And number 12 with the throw, and right now it's Michael Eli. So Eli, number 12, into the ball game, taking the throw for the first time to my recollection here in the first half of play, standing next to the official, Randy Dewey. And boy, everybody making a call for a handball. 35 happy officials now in the stands got the call. They were correct. I'm not ridiculing them. They were right. It was just funny to hear everybody in unison making a chorus of handball, handball, handball. So Catrati taking the throw, and you can see the stands. Not a bad crowd on hand for soccer action. That was quite the leap, and last touch by Mount Anthony. So Mill River wanting to turn off. Covered a lot of Rutland soccer for many years. Kirk Abrahamson's had some high-octane teams up there. Of course, he's still coaching up there. They just don't allow me to videotape anymore up there. Nothing to do with the coach. Well, in a way it is and it isn't. I mean, he could have gone to bat for me, and they all could have stood up for me, but I didn't do anything wrong. Except basically had my own will and my own opinion and didn't really bow down to a dictatorship and can't tape up there anymore. My point was going to be, though, saw some awful high-octane soccer out of his players up there. The year they won the championship, a phenomenal group of talent. Went through those northern teams like they were hot butter on bread. And then the following year, they followed that up with another trip back to the finals. This time they lost that one, though. Remember the kid, Luke Purcell? He was a common denominator on both teams that went to the championships. Just a phenomenal soccer player. But just a great sense of humor the kid had. Very smart young man. Mike Kavik-Sorian was a big scorer on that championship team. Of course, his dad runs the Mountain Traveler Sports up there, the kayak band up there. So he nudged the ball around. And the fire boy was, or Jason Fair, I'm sorry, was up there. He was a phenomenal player for some big kid for soccer player. He had a lot of size on that championship Rutland team. And of course, there's always a Wilson on those soccer teams. That was Seth Wilson, who was on that championship team. I'll go out and play. 15 minutes to go in the first half, and again, we're looking for the game's first goal, the season's first goal. And that's going to be some of the issues for Mill River is scoring. That was one of their problems last year. They played an awful lot of soccer in their own end, playing defense. That ball will be slipped over. That was a short pass, hard to handle. And see the step up right there. And now Mill River looking to counterattack and reverse the field. They lay it out on the wing, and that's a great no call. That's a great no call. There should be no whistle on that. Bouncing around out there was number 4, Luke Davis, and that was just a bigger, stronger guy that got hit by a smaller guy, and the smaller guy bounced down onto the ground. Boy, I tell you, that's the goalie again out there. And I like risk and I like watching crazy stuff, but that's just got to be a little more disciplined staying in the 18. And we'll have a goal kick now. That's going to be, it should be Hammond taking the kick. Fuller's got the ball, and there we go. We're all set now. So number 14 is going to be Moline, Tanner Moline. He'll put the ball into play for Mill River. No, he won't. They keep switching things up here. Well, I don't know who that is. I got to wait till I can see his jersey number. Is that 13 or an 18? If it's 13, it's Furno. And that was a 13. Yeah, it was Furno. Went out of play. And possession will go right back into Mount Anthony's hands. She's got to find him. There they go. Oh, a lot of whistles. A lot of choppy play. Not sure what the whistle was for, but they're going to have Mount Anthony set, and down to 13 minutes to go in this first half. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be a big scoring affair. Not that soccer usually is, but that's going to sail and be out of play. So we'll have a goal kick on the near side of the box by Mill River as they chase down the loose ball, and that's going to be handed back to Hammond. So Hammond now, number 21. He's been kicking the ball very well here in this first half, and the wind coming across the field, so there's no real definitive advantage going north to south. Like that's all his leg right there. Little flick of the foot by Furno, enough to break the play up and throw it off. Again, they're looking to get the angle back to the center, knocked down, comes right back to Mount Anthony, shot, save, and goal! Fuller got his hands on the ball for the initial save, but it had enough power to go through the hands and into the back of the net, and the Patriots will score first. And I believe that is number 16 for Mount Anthony, Tim Murphy, who will get the goal. So Tim Murphy with the game's first goal at 12:16 left to play, so just about 28 minutes into this soccer game, rounded off. I'll tell you, it looked to be pretty well marked up at first, or marked at first.
Anthony goal scored by number 16, Tim Murphy, assisted by number 9, Nicholas Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd will get the assist. Murphy got the goal. Mill River's going to get a free kick, and they want to get going real quick here, and I like that. Pick up the tempo a little bit. Bullock backed up, gave away to his teammate. That's going rolling on Harrington, and he'll just scoop it up for the casual save, and looks like he's going to kick it out of his hands for the punt here. Remember, Fuller on the other end for Mill River has had an opportunity, but he's elected to throw the ball out instead of take the kick. So the Patriots on the road, just about an hour ride, not quite an hour from here down to Mount Anthony, down to Bennington. I didn't go all the way into Bennington, but I spent a lot of the summer going down to Shaftesbury, down to Lake Shaftesbury, kayaking. That's a, first of all, old Route 7 or 7A, that's a beautiful ride. And Lake Shaftesbury is a beautiful place, state park, to go hang out for a day. And a race to the ball, and you can see how they were able to shield Catrati off. That was number 6, Novelli, able to shield Catrati off from coming in clean on the ball and get a chance to take a shot at Harrington. A little bit of a header, about 10-yarder actually, and it's going to be out of play. Good effort by number 10, that's Dan Campbell, but we'll have the Patriots with the throw down in the corner, and they're going to try to cross the ball, and I think they got a corner of it. Nope, they're going to say goal kick. Close play. It did not go off from Campbell, and Randy Dewey with the call. Tell you one thing about videotaping soccer at Mill River, I always go home with a suntan. Or sunburn. I'm not complaining. The only other thing that's kind of a downer, like happened during the football game Saturday when I was taping that, it started to rain and there's no overhang over these windows, so the rain just comes straight down the wall, right in on top of you. And I'm not worried about getting wet. It's the equipment that really hasn't got much life left in it. Shot and saved. Short hop by Fuller as he had a clear view of that, and there he elects to take the throw again. Right off from the face of Carr, able to settle it down to his foot and looking to send the ball through. Catrati peeled off, knew he couldn't get there, and was trying to get in a position to take away one of the passing lanes. Down to less than 10 minutes now to go in this first half. 1-0 Mount Anthony, and this is one of the more confusing things about soccer. 4 or 5 people touch the ball before it's determined the guy's actually going to make the throw and gets it here. It's going to be Bankert with the throw into the sun, and now from the elbow of Bullock, they let him play through it, and his little soft pass will go out to Campbell. Again, they're looking for a seam on the side for the winger to come in. Harrington with an aggressive move going after the ball. It'll be side out. We'll have a throw coming up by Mill River, and that is going to be, I got to remember his number, memorize that. That's Davis, Luke Davis coming up with the throw, number 4. Or did they switch off? Oh, they switched off. Got to be Bankert then, and he's going to go all the way to the 18 with it. Oh, hit in a sweet spot about 8 yards out. Nobody there to get the foot on the ball. Catrati shot blocked, and Campbell couldn't get there in time, and that ball's going to squirt all the way back out to the 35-yard line. It'll be picked up by the Minutemen. And Michael Eli with the throw. Did he save it? No whistle. Apparently he must have. So whoever dancing along the sideline but got possession. Oh, some cloud cover coming out. Awesome. And they'll go in deep, and Fuller with the call. He'll make the scoop. And again, haven't seen him punt the ball at all. Everything's coming off the hands, which is fine. You don't usually see that 100% of the game. Bankert got a piece of it, and really not enough to control it. And again, in the box, able to use his hands is Fuller, and he will give that boomerang whip throw, whatever they want to call that, all over the top into the sideline, and Mount Anthony wants to keep the pace up. They want to get the ball in quickly and work it down into the 18. Now you can see the battle there. Nice job by both players as they were clean and hard while going to the ball, and that's going to be a hold. That time that was Davis. Dustin Stone also out there, number 5 for Mill River. And nice control in midair to get that ball. And that's going to be a kick from just about the 35-yard line. Catrati. Yeah, he actually got about 5 extra yards closer than what I think the kick should have been taken at, but Bankert able to dance over the top of it. Didn't mean to. He just miskicked it, mistimed it, and missed the ball. Might have had a little help from behind with a nudge, but no whistle on the play. Again, Patriots in transition, and Mill River able to get back and mark up, and that ball came into the top of the arc, but no further. And then the cleanup by the Minutemen as there's the collision at midfield, and Catrati going to get called on the play. And that could have gone either way, but it'll be Catrati with the call, and a kick coming up for Mount Anthony, just about dead on midfield. Short kick, never made it to the 18, and now they'll scramble around for the ball. 50-50 balls if there is an advantage, just a slight advantage for Mount Anthony right now. A little spinorama move, looked like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, and again, they got some open turf on that side. Now they'll expense out, and will it be a corner? I'm waiting for the call. I believe that is the call. They're saying it went off from Dustin Stone's butt out of bounds, and nope, we're going to have a throw off the side. And that, can they wait for the trailer on the plate to step in front of Bullock? And boy, nobody taking the mark, and at the last second, that ball deflected off from Davis, and that's well out of bounds. Yeah, they got a lot of leg into it, but unfortunately it just landed down by Mill River Lumber. 5:58 to go in the first half of play. As you see the ball being marked by the sweeper, and of course that's 21 Hammond, Ryan Hammond. Fuller's the goalie, Hammond must be the sweeper, and that's the kick, and that's, again, a good effort on the bounce. He'll get midfield. Bankert got up in the air, just couldn't wrangle that thing in. That's Furno there, lost his bounce, will spin around, get up over the top of the ball like a turtle, and they're going to call him for it, yeah. Nifty move, just didn't get away with it, and we'll have the kick at the 40-yard line coming up for Mount Anthony. Now I just want to see if the spot, yeah, that's 45, 40, well, more like the 35-yard line in football, so that's where they'll get the kick from. And again, didn't really get the air underneath it. There's the lift, and I tell you, that's a dangerous spot right now. Oh, that thing just tickling around the box, and they can't clear it. Mount Anthony will turn and take it to the end line. They want to cross now, and I'm waiting for the call. Will we have a corner? Yes, we're going to have a corner. Boy, everything went right that time for Mount Anthony because there wasn't a lot of margin for error down there territorially, and they will get the corner. And you see the flag right now. Not that much wind blowing right now, and that's good because the flag just kind of limp. Actually, the flag's just hanging out like I am. It must be an old flag, like be all great job. Now the corner coming up, I'll tell you what, they had an unmarked flyer coming in from the top of the 18, and if Fuller doesn't knock the ball out, that's probably a goal right there for Mount Anthony. They'll take the corner from the other side now. 4 minutes straight up to go. First half action, 1-0 Mount Anthony. Boy, again, a lot of stationary white jerseys out there in the 18, not making a movement toward the ball, and it's hard. You can't be a spectator down inside that box. Fuller will get there, and he will probably take the throw. Yeah, he will. And that will be out of play. White throw. This is Catrati. Yeah, he overthrew his intended target. I believe that was Carr he was looking for. I need him to actually turn around. Either Dan Smith. Yeah, that was Dan Smith, I'm sorry. Bankert taking off the ball, trying to race back around the defender, and did he touch it? He's calling for a corner, and I believe he won his case. Yeah, it'll be a corner for Mill River. Now, you can't shoot much closer than that before the window jam gets in the way. And nope, nothing. Just a dead hit. Pulled it. Looked like McGull's swing as he hooked it. And it'll go through the inline with a goal kick. 2:58 to go in the first half of play. First soccer game of the year for me and for these two teams. Bullock had it, lost it. There's a header. 50-50 balls, like I started to say earlier. I would almost just say even, but there's a slight advantage. It might go to Mount Anthony. They're much more aggressive, Mount Anthony is on the play. You can see that a really overdressed ball boy on the far side with a dress-up shirt and a tie on. Couldn't quite get there. Mitch Cole used to come down and when his kids played, was the ball boy. And I tell you, he was the best dressed, best looking ball boy I ever saw. He outran the kids up and down the field. In his dress clothes, his Hager double knits and his tie and shirt. There's the guy with the tie and the shirt. Tell you, he took the shady side. That's good play. There's a nice spin move and then a layer of defense. The second wave was there and coming up, and look at that battle at midfield. Now the whistle as they got dancing on each other. Bankert with still a minute and a half to go, and this go and bring it back. Yeah, you could clearly hear the whistle. And I believe there's going to be a card issued. Oh, yeah, that'll be the first card, and it's going to go on Romack. Alexander Romack will be carded, and he'll go to the sideline for the last 2 minutes of the first half. And I'm not really sure it was a physical act of getting tangled up with Bankert. It's more it was reaction and maybe what was said afterwards. But a little spice here in the first half of soccer. And Randy Dewey making the call and then marking it down in his score sheet. And I believe it's going to be I'm on Bankert. I'm thinking he's going to take the kick. Yep. And that will roll to the corner and into the hands of Harrington. And again, just kind of not on the player's part, but the setup, the design of the play was just to kick as far as you could, and that was about it. You got to really kick with a purpose. Wow. That was getting up there. That was a very athletic move by Hammond. That's taken around on midair, just about hip high. We're under a minute to go in the first half. 1-0 Mount Anthony, and Mill River had a couple good chances, not a lot. Hit a few shots on net. There has been a lot of corner action. Miss kicked right there. Now we'll stay in play, roll to the edge, and who touched it last? That's going to be the big call. Now, see, to me, that looks like a corner call. And it is. His last touch by Dustin Stone, number 5. See, just a little bit more breeze this time, blowing in toward the net. So he's going to have to bring it out to the top of the 18 to allow for that wind curve. How's that for BS? Toward the net and saved by Fuller. He'll scramble out and take the throw and get 25 yards on the throw over the top of the defender. And well, look at that hustle right there as he got to the front side. That's number 15, Ziegler, Greg Ziegler. Mill River in the closing seconds of the first half trying to get a scoring chance here, and that will skip harmlessly out of play. That's it. We played a half at Mill River. 1-0 Mount Anthony with the league lead in this non-league contest on Munger Vision. Just underway. You missed a couple seconds of the second half of play, but nothing happened. We switched ends of the field, and again, a slight breeze, nothing too drastic. A lot of sunshine and heat. 1-0 Mount Anthony. They're in the blue. They're on the road. It's a non-league game, and that will be out of play. Mr. Badgley did his best to try to find out who number 19 was. It could be Axel Mathis. Now, I want to apologize to Mathis because I call him Alex. And it's Axel. Number 1, that's a super cool name to have. And that's Harrington came out and made the save, and there's a little miscommunication between the goalie and his back there, and he just wanted to talk it out and make sure next time that he didn't have to make it so hard on himself. Fuller still in net at the other end for Mill River, and again, for a 1-0 score, it was pretty much a 60-40 first half, pretty much equal. Mount Anthony did actually have the slight advantage statistically here and there, but again, it's early season soccer, and it's a non-league game. And there is the stop and the save. And again, Mill River, I think it's imperative that they come out here and be aggressive and attack early in the second half, just for their own psyche, their own confidence sake. There's a nice move, the foot open, but again, nowhere. You can see no white shirt really in a position to do anything offensively after that. That's Gravel, number 9 out there, Casey Gravel. That ball will roll to the open field and out of play, and we will have a throw coming up by the Minutemen. That was Gravel with the throw. He's looking to connect with number 4, Luke Davis. So Casey Gravel again. This time he's able to find his teammate. That's Bankert. Bankert played a real solid first half. He kind of navigated and quarterbacked that first half for Mill River, and that's going to be last touch by, should be white ball, and it's Catrati going into the spot, and it will be white ball. So Mill River will have it, and there, see the shades starting to creep across the field as they tried to push that ball through, and again, Mount Anthony not really having to play defense. That was a great shot. You can see all the blue shirts basically just having to stand there. And that's going to be a leg stuck out, and Davis couldn't control it. Bankert able to come away from 3 blue shirts with the ball, and then that slide tackle kick to the side and out of play. Yep. And a good play by the man in the dress shirt and the tie. No, it's not a barn burner of a tempo of a game. Now in soccer you might think I'm joking tongue-in-cheek, but I'm not. I've covered many teams, many games where tempo is everything, and this is a very lethargic low of a game, and that bleeds through on the play sometimes. I think it's a late call. I think it's going to have a handball, and that will be the call. And Randy Dewey. Yeah, wants him to bring the ball to Gravel 5 yards further down the field. And oh, you know what? We missed. Everybody missed it. We got an injured player, and that will stop the clock with 36:31 to go in the second half. As Mount Anthony up by 1 goal, 1-0. That player able to walk off under his own power, always a good sign. And now the kick. Nice step up by the Patriots. That's Moline, number 14, and he wants to push the ball through on that side. Get a nice balance of staying up and trying to work his way in one step closer. Yep. He brought it into the 18 and just took that extra step, and that allowed the defender to come up and make the play and make the takeaway. That's great speed right there. Look at, he only got the edge, got the lead, and then the kick back, and that was number 5 defensively, Dustin Stone, who made the good play. Now there's a Michaela Stone who plays on the girls' soccer team. I'm assuming that this is a relative, maybe a sibling, here at Mill River. Okay. So yeah, we'll see his sister play tomorrow when the Mill River girls squad opens their season for 2010 under their new head coach, Coach Carr. Yeah, I had to learn all about that new stuff myself by not firsthand, which didn't make me too thrilled. Cover all the girls soccer for, I think it's been the 10th year now. Did highlight tapes and shows, recruiting tapes for them, and then I actually went to school with their coach and had to learn about it secondhand from another news media source that he just stepped down and there's a new coach. And life's a funny thing sometimes when you think you have a contact and you when they don't need your services anymore. Oh, here's a good counterattack by Mount Anthony, and you know what happened? They just miskicked it and it threw everything off. Fuller will step up, make the grab. Tell you, that had a lot of promise at the start of that rush. And again, Fuller, I haven't seen him punt the ball at all today. Everything's a throw, a boomerang throw. I've talked to other goalies like Justin Ratty at Proctor. He throws a lot, and he says he has more control over where that ball is going to go, and that made sense. But I covered, I mean, there's been some goalies who had such tremendously booming kicks. It was quite an offensive weapon to go long with the kick and let your team run underneath it, or quite a defensive weapon to clear you into the field with a booming kick and let your defense get reset. No, I never played soccer, so I really don't know the nuts and bolts of it, but I have watched a ton of it and videotaped a ton of it and talked to a lot of people over the years who say they do know soccer. Bullock with a backwards tumble. It looked good on points, but he'll draw the whistle and the foul will go against Mount Anthony. Mill River with possession. You see that ball coming down, and again, the Patriots with the 1 goal, but they haven't set the world on fire either, and that's a nice step up in front. The ball will go out, and we'll have a blue throw right in front of the bleacher area, and they'll just go over the top with it with a short 3-yard pass. Misplayed, and good no call. Now that should be a whistle. The retaliation should be a whistle because it costs possession. Basically, the first one I said was a good no call was Gravel was just a bigger player, and the other kid bounced off him. Then the other kid came back and literally put his hands on him and removed possession of the ball. Oh well. Novelli will take the kick, number 6, and he wants to curve it to the top of the 18 into the box, and Fuller will make the grab and then bowl it out on his side of number 4, Luke Davis. And that's Gravel losing his footing going down, and that will be off from the foot of Mill River. Should be a blue throw. No, going to be Mill River with the ball. They'll have to wait a second as the horn sounds and subs come in, and this is all taking place with 32 minutes and 46 seconds left to play in the second half. 1-0 Mount Anthony. That goal came approximately 28 minutes into the first half of play. I think exactly it was 27:38, and you don't know how long that took me at halftime to do my math, because whether they claim me or not, I'm a Rutland High School graduate, and there's a little bumping and grinding, and they're going to get a little touchy on the physical end of the play here now, and everything being called. Mr. Buzzle wants to move the ball back. Well, he's coming back about 3 yards. And that should make him happy, just to the edge of the shade. And clear shot. Again, nobody got in front of that. No header, no footer, no misdirection, and an easy grab for the goalie Fuller. There's the throw up and over the top to the edge of the circle, but on the Mount Anthony side of the field. And they'll just dump it back in to the corner, and Hammond will keep the ball in play with that 10-yard pass up the side. But again, I think with all the bodies so close together on a short passing game that it would be easier to play defense. Wow, they call a foul on that on Stone. Ooh, touchy stuff. At least the clock doesn't stop on every foul. So after a little pause in the action, that will go in, and Fuller came up top, net's open. Fuller somehow came up with the ball. I thought it was loose for another kick, but there's Fuller with it, and he'll whip it out again. This time it'll bounce over midfield. Again, he'll go short pass back to the trailer on the play, and he'll just dribble up through the top, and there's not a lot there as he sent the ball through, and just easy takeaway for Mount Anthony. Moline with a nifty move with the toe stop on the top and then reversal on the dribble, and he's trying to reach those long legs through and make the steal, and here we come the other way. Patriots flooding that far side, and they'll go up on top of the hill, and now they'll get control. Will they send it over the top? Nope, goes out of bounds off a white throw in a second as we have a horn sound and substitutions coming in. 30 minutes to go. 10 minutes have been played here in the second half, and we've still got the 1-0 Mount Anthony score. Now the forecast for tomorrow's girls soccer game is cloudy. They better be right. That'll nudge forward, and again, I mean, I can't be specific in lingo as far as Mill River, but they just don't really seem to have an offensive structure or one that's set up to make points. I know it's kind of early to think about it, but I believe it's November 7th down at CSJ. They're going to get you thinking basketball with a very entertaining contest between, I want to call them the Washington Generals, but it's like the Harlem Globetrotter type teams that come around in exhibition games. And last year it was a packed gym. It was a great game, a lot of fun, and they're doing that again this year. So, you know, early November, get that down on your calendar, because that's an inexpensive night out, and it's also a way to help out the CSJ basketball program. And like I already told you, Halloween parade live on PEGTV channel 15, but not on Halloween this year. It's a new thing they're telling me about. Tom Leopold, the program director. That's a terrible call. That's just a bigger, stronger player running through the ball. I mean, that's just, I've seen games where they never call that. It really is a matter of styles by the officials, what their style is. I'm not saying these guys are wrong. God, no, they're soccer officials, but it's just funny to see the fluctuation in what's allowed and not allowed between officials. Now, if he picked the guy up and body slammed him, then I guess they'd probably have to call that. But that wasn't the point. He just ran through the guy. You can see the two-man wall right there. This is a tough angle to score off from. That was a great kick. I thought he had no margin for error, and he put it right where he had to. Nice save by Fuller. Then that lob throw out down the far side, and Carr will stay in the shade, take the throw. I believe he'll stay there. I'll have to wait and see. As a change-up on the fly here. Yeah, I'll have CSJ College basketball for you in November as they start their season earlier than the high schools do. And that will go off from the Mill River defender and through the inline. Should be a blue throw coming up for the Patriots. Again, that will just harmlessly roll out of play. He'll be picked up right from the Patriot bench, and Mill River now. A lot of whistles. Is it an offside or an illegal throw? Could be a spot too. Well, that is the spot. He's showing Mount Anthony where he wants him to throw it from. And they're still not accommodating him. They'll back up. Now we're good to go. Like I said, the big thing is at least the clock doesn't stop. And it's Bankert. Again, just really nowhere to go with the ball. That was blocked down, and he'll take the throw just about midfield. Bankert asking his teammates to move to get open. And he'll just heave it to Bullock in the center of the field. Bullock reached back, and should be a kick coming up from the 40-yard line now for Mill River. And actually, they should talk about touching the ball after the whistle on Mount Anthony, but if that one slide. And they need a high lobbing kick into the box here so that their offensive people can get up underneath it. Catrati, like I said, he's been pretty neutralized today. If not by the defense of Mount Anthony, more about the system that they play in. And so Harrington's going to take the kick himself inside the goal box on the far side, actually. It looks like everything marked long. We'll see if he elects to go short. No, he's going to muscle it up and drive it to the 40 on the bounce to midfield. And Bankert's going to settle, wants to bring it around the defender, works to the outside, lost the ball at the foot, and we'll have a blue throw, and it's going to be just about on the edge of the Mount Anthony players' bench. And that is well out of play. Again, that goal coming approximately 28 minutes into the first half by the Patriots, and there has been probably one other good scoring chance by Mount Anthony in the soccer game. This second half really hasn't seen it for either side. Mill River had two decent scoring chances in that first half, and no push called. The ball will go to Mill River. Yeah, and they're setting up for the corner. So this is their opportunity right here to get this thing tied up with 24.5 minutes to go in the second half. There is overtime, golden goal. Punched away by Harrington and recovered by Mill River. They'll make the move. That's Davis he's trying to slide it back to the center of the arc at the top of the 18. Looking for support on that ball, didn't get it, and so the Patriots able to just drop it up over the top, and that's going to be headed toward this left side, picked up on the fly by the trailer for Mount Anthony. He'll go up long distance, and Fuller will come out and make the grab. That's a good long heave, and with the roll, he'll get another, 15 yards on it, and it's going to be Mount Anthony possession, but at least they're in their defensive end of the field. He'll nudge that forward and watch it roll out of bounds, and they will take the top. Now we have Axel Mathis right there, number 17. So Axel, who I mistakenly called Alex the first half, I apologize for that. It's Axel Mathis. What I wouldn't have gave to have a cool name, I got stuck with the name Jerry. It's just so nothing. Axel sounds rugged. It always reminds me of that Johnny Cash song. Of course, everybody's too young to listen, but the boy named Sue. Yeah, I had that on an 8-track tape. That's how young I am. Yeah, so we'll have Harrington now get set, and he's going to kick away. And it's going to be high and slicing, and that looked like my golf tee shot as that slices out of play. Well, actually, that wasn't quite as ugly as my golf shot. That one's just going to be out of play. So with 23 minutes left in regulation, Mount Anthony with that 1-0 lead. There's a little push from behind, and again not called. And will it turn into a goal kick? Yes. It's just funny what is called a foul and what isn't called a foul. Not funny, ha-ha, just funny, strange. Soccer, I've had many people come up and criticize me for all the things I call on TV. But soccer just drives people nuts. They're like, you need other people to talk to. And I'm always like, about what? This is soccer. We'd have two people up here rambling. Soccer's action's just about a 30-second capsule usually. And they're great athletes, and they're dedicated, and it's a lot of effort and skill. But, I mean, in all honesty, we've had 4 minutes of breathtaking action, really. And I'm looking for, yep, the reason is injured Mill River player down. Number 4 is Luke Davis, and hopefully he'll be okay. It looked like he's trying to get up under his own power, and yeah, they're going to come over and tell him just sit there and wait for his coach and his trainer. That's good advice. Now, so Davis was able to get up and walk off under his own power. Card with the throw. Oh, good strength right there to stay on the ball. And then the foul. And that should become a kick. That's about the 30-yard line right there. That's a decent spot to take the kick from. This is Dan Campbell who drew the foul. Number 10. Well, actually, that's not Dan Campbell right there. Or is it? That should be Card, number 18. Tough to see those numbers. No sun blazing in your eyes. Nice save by Harrington. That was labeled far post. No doubt about it. He saved a goal right there. Harrington's toughest save of the day, coming with 21 minutes, 15 seconds left to play. As we're nearing the halfway point of the second half of play, and the Patriots still with that 1-0 lead. Looking to counter down the field. We'll give the ball off on the trail. They'll take it to this near side, soft pass laid out, and nifty little move. Didn't really go anywhere. It just looked cool. The cross attempt knocked down, blocked, and Fuller will easily pick it up and then again snap that long pass off down the far side. This is Catrati with a little turf to work with. Lost the ball out of bounds, and we got to wait for the substitutions to come in. And we are set now. And there's a little pass back. A lot of turf to work with. There's no pressure being applied to the ball. Good job of stepping up, taking the ball away that time. There's Carr. Yeah, trying to carry the ball around himself and just really know where to go with it. It's kind of like driving around a traffic circle several times. You put miles on, but you didn't go anywhere. And there's the pass down the far side to Collision. Good no call. The follow-up kick, and good save by Harrington. I think it went out from his hands to the, you know what? I thought I hit the football goalpost, but they're saying goal kick, so I'm not sure. I heard no whistle. But something happened for Mount Anthony to get possession here. So a good counter rush that time by the Minutemen. So we're at 19.5 minutes to go. Oh, the Patriots with a step on the defense, and they left the ball to the outside. That was an interesting drop pass, and it's going to be blue ball, but I'm not really sure if they knew where they were symmetrically. And it will be a throw. And it's in a position on the field where they, it's a foul. He's going, they're in a great spot for the kick then. They're at the 20, just outside the top of the box, parallel to the inline. That was more dangerous than it looked. Yeah, that was a simple looking play that almost came into goal number 2. Almost like Mill River got caught dozing right there on that. Ryan Hammond going to take the kick. So Hammond will step into it, and well, he got it on the opposite side of the 50, and then there's some support. That's the problem. You only see one white jersey in the whole picture, so you got to have more people. You got to overload your offensive end. Nice step up that time as they pound the ball back. Just slows down that rush for a second. And trying to one time it basically missed time to step and shanked it was number 12, Andrew Slade. As they retrieve the ball and bring it back to the spot for the goal kick, as this is Hammond again, number 21. And I'm trying to figure, is that stayed in play as they were calling for a throw, but the ball never went out of play. Mount Anthony tried to drill the ball through. I think they're still going to have possession. They will. Close enough to call it midfield, about 1.5 feet over the midfield stripe. Remember, it's the red lines for soccer because they are playing on their football field. Speaking of which, congratulations to the Mill River football team for their win against Montpelier. You can watch that on PEGTV.com or on Channel 15. So you get a lot of dribbling side to side. Then just drilled it in. No support around that time for Mount Anthony. An easy save for Fuller as that ball will come back. And there's been a lot of midfield play in this soccer game. I always think of the Simpsons cartoon episode where they had soccer come to Springfield. And they had the American announcers in the press box kind of lulled around like I do. And then they had the Mexican press box right next to them. And just simple plays like this, everybody's like just screaming at the top of their lungs like it was the most amazing thing. I thought that was so funny. Push in the box, trying to draw the penalty, didn't get the call. Might have actually been a penalty there, but because they over-embellished it so much, it might have hurt him from getting the call. Do you know what I mean? On that push in the box, if you would just let it happen naturally, you might have got the whistle. A little Brad Pitt going on down there, a little acting. So Bankert looks into that brilliant sunshine and makes the heave, and that was a good throw, but no aggressiveness going after the ball. You can see the slide, tackle, kick, and it does go out of bounds. I'm just waiting to see the indication. Corner? I do think so. Big moment for Mount Anthony. They can push this up to a 2-goal lead as they get a corner. And there haven't been a lot of corner kicks today. And I see that's the brick, so I got to stay right there on the ball. I'll tell you, they got the ball where they wanted it to an unmarked man, but he just misfired on the header. He was about 7 yards out from the goal line, the goalie line, and dead center. And they want him to back up a little bit, and actually they want more than that. He's leaving the game. He's taking his ball and going home. So now we'll have the throw. Yes, as bad as this game looks on tape with the sunshine in the lens, when it's cloudy here, hopefully tomorrow, it'll look beautiful. The colors, you always want to videotape with a cloudy, overcast day. Now Anthony on the rush, the shot, and it will go out of play. And a corner for Mount Anthony. So they're starting to gather up more chances here to extend the lead. With 14 minutes even to go in the second half. Sorry about moving the camera around like that. Sometimes when I wiggle and shift, the camera goes with me, and that was a wasted opportunity as he sent the ball several yards behind the net, so they didn't even generate a chance off that corner. Yeah, so they'll have Hammond now. Try to bring up the sideline. Might be too far. No whistle, and that's got to be in play. That'd be so close to that sideline. Bankert cut off. He was trying to make the rush one-on-one down the field, and then Bankert thinking that it was last touched by Mount Anthony. Call will go the other way, but good hustle by Bankert. Again, they're just kicking the ball, or actually there's a G on the end of that word. They're kicking the ball. But you got to have a game plan when you kick it. And boy, that's a lot of grabbing and holding there. I thought they're going out for prom night, and that will be brought back. That was Ferno, number 13, that got whistled for the foul. That's so cute. Look at that little, I think it's a girl. Got her own umbrella. Yeah, that's how sunny it is here. Long kick, cleared midfield, and then there's the follow-up by Mount Anthony. step inside. That's Furno defensively, and then he's able to keep his balance, take the contact, bounce off, go to the outside, send the ball through, and now they need some white shirts, and Bankert will trap it, bring it to the inside, and one pass, too many. Nice defense. Shot coming in, wide. Goal kick coming up. A good counterattack there by Mill River. 12 minutes straight up to go here in this second half of play, and will that one goal hold up? It's just about now that they scored that goal in the first half. There it is, over the top into the offensive end, and off from the head of number 12, Eli, out of play. They're going to bring it back and do it again. And they're going to bring it back and give the ball to Mill River, so that's a good deal. Oh, you wouldn't believe how hot it is, uncomfortable, with the sun beating on you the whole game. You wouldn't think much about it till you do it. It actually takes away from the enjoyment of the game, because it's like a battle of endurance now. Especially at an old man's age, you know, so. You know, play a little stale at midfield, not a lot to do with it, and they just ended up losing it out of bounds to Mount Anthony. And you can see that Mount Anthony with the ball is going to go backwards to go forwards, and there's the through ball picked up, and nice job of sliding that back around, hooking up with Bullock. Bullock looking to distribute that ball. Had two defenders on him, had the ball knocked down, came back to him, trying to work with his back to the ball. And turns, splits the defense, tries to pull away, wants to give it up on the wing, and just too many Mount Anthony Patriots there. That should be blue ball. It's one off from, or I mean, one off from a blue shirt. It should be Mill River ball. That's going to come to the shade. Lucky Devils. To the shade again, coming down the wing, and it's going to be across and coming through the air like Superman was Fuller to make the save. Davis able to get a toe on it, and Davis got cleared out, and they'll shake hands. And we have a card coming up. They're going to stop the clock. They should be able to give him the card with the clock running. And I think that's his second yellow card. I think he got the yellow card in the first half. I don't know, they're all starting to look alike now. I've been staring in the sun so long. Yeah. As Mr. Buzzle gets his paperwork done, Josh Bankert lining the ball up where he wants to strike it at the 35-yard line. They need a deep, high, penetrating kick. They need something that they can run underneath after a wall of players and get it going forward. That wasn't it. No. Little nudge, and they'll let that one slide, and they'll keep the clock running now down to 9.5 minutes to go till supper, as that ball will come to Furno. He'll reverse, get it open, bring it back around to the left foot, and was trying to bring it to the top of the arc, and Bullock got to get some spacing out there. A lot of crammed up white shirts all in the same spot. That draws all your defenders, and just off the post. What a harmless looking shot, almost in slow motion by Harrington. Got a fingernail on it, and it should be a corner coming up for Mill River. I'll say, how will this not be a corner? Here we go. Oh, they got to explain this one to me. Well, they're saying that he didn't touch it. The goalie, they're saying he did not touch the ball. And I clearly saw, I zoomed in. It went off his hand, yeah. And then it hit the post. It hit the post after it reflected off his hand. Yeah. They went to a video replay a couple months ago. We were covering the boxing bouts down at the Rutland High School gym. And there was an illegal punch thrown, and the referee came up, and Tom Laypole was running the camera. And he rewound it, and the referees watched it to determine the outcome of the fight. They didn't pay him a nickel either. That was awful. They didn't pay him a nickel. Oh, a lot of stationary people out there. Mount Anthony with the ball in the lead as we're getting down to crunch time here in the final seconds, and Fuller will make the save. That was cool. Oh, did he go? Yeah. I was wondering why he made the save, because his momentum carried him out of bounds, and now they have a corner kick out of it. But I guess it's just instinct and reflex to go after the ball. 7.5 minutes to go, and Mill River needing to withstand this corner kick to keep it at 1. No lead's insurmountable. I remember the Trevor Catrati's junior year in the playoffs. Oh, that's a great spot. Nope, nobody could get a hand on it. Mill River trailed by 2 goals with 2 minutes to go and won the game. They scored 3 goals in 2 minutes. This place was electric. Everybody's around the field, the stands, fans. Oh, it was awesome, that game. One of the greatest games I ever watched. Actually, it was one of the greatest 2 minutes of soccer I ever watched. And then came the semifinals, and they won that in overtime. Will Everett with the game-winning goal. I believe he was a sophomore that year. That ball will come in and just be cleaned up. Yeah, been a lot of just neutral play, midfield play. Now Anthony trying to get back defensively and shoulder to shoulder, and that'll be a throw coming in. Now this isn't a spot to be just like a corner, basically. He's right in line with the box to bring it deep in on the throw. 6 minutes to go in the soccer game, which means it's 11 minutes till supper. So there's the tip in, no good, and they're going to keep it in play. Oh, corner coming up, as that had to be Catrati. Yep. Catrati sacrifices his body just an awful lot. And everybody well outside the 18 for Mill River. Up, and again, nobody around Harrington. The whole offense was high. Nobody was on the post on either side, and that was a relatively easy save for Harrington. Coming back the other way as a reverse field, so go up over the top, and right there is Fuller to make the save. Over the top of Bullock, and you can see Hammond with a little extra push there. He didn't get called for that. On a hot day, it's getting frustrating right now, and Fuller made the save. I'm not sure it was in line for the net, but it sure looked pretty, and he will get the heave up to Catrati. Off from the foot of Catrati, and lobbying for the call his way, but definitely off from Catrati out of bounds. Just a tad under 5 minutes to go in this soccer game, and some confusion as to who is going to control the ball, but again, not a real aggressive setup by either team as far as going to the loose ball. Harrington will get there and beat Davis to the ball. Here's Harrington with the kick. He's kicked the ball extremely well today. And a good no call. You see the race to the corner and bring the ball back to the trailer. He wants to send it up through. He does get to the top of the 18 to the left foot, and boy, somebody came back and did a nice job defensively. That was number 15, Ziegler, for Mill River, and did a heck of a job coming back to mark up so no shot was generated. And I sound a little parched because it's about 1,000 degrees looking into the sun, and Catrati definitely bought the call because he threw his body into the defender. If anything, that could have gone the other way. But, hey, it's home cooking. Bullock was looking for a better angle, didn't get it. Got a field goal, though. Yeah. With the left foot. 3:20 left in the soccer game. 1-0. That goal coming at the approximately the 28-minute mark of the first half by Mount Anthony. Now at this point on overtime. Oh. Okay. It looks like he's going to tough it out. And that was Greg Ziegler. You see him right there. A little slow to get up. All right, they can start the clock again because he never left the field, so he doesn't have to come off. They didn't come out to assist him, so he doesn't have to come off the field. And that's going to become a Mill River possession. They'll have the throw. They'll have it on their offensive side of midfield. And there's the long bomb, and Canal just rolled to the outside. Davis can't get there and last touched. As Bankert approached it, he'll stay right there, and Bankert will take the throw for Mill River. 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, that's a loose ball. Just couldn't find a way to turn it into the net. That was so close, and then there's a whistle on the play. As Catrati helped up, as two number 2s got tangled up. That was McLenathan. And see, Bullock had a chance to aggressively get the ball and go through that gap, that little slice in defense, that little seam. But he elected to hold it up top. His shot did get in on Harrington, but no score out of it, and we stay at 1-0. That'll take a Mount Anthony bounce across midfield, and they've got it on the fly. There's the step up and the nice job of trying to reverse the field as Davis will battle for a position, come around, and can't quite control it. To the side we come near the bleachers, and McLenathan was able to keep the ball in bounds. Oh, that's a great job. Look at the bodies fly now. That's the kind of effort they needed earlier, as that is number 21, Hammond, Ryan Hammond. As we are down to 1 minute, 26 seconds to go. Mount Anthony 1, Mill River 0. That's soccer talk for nothing. There's the whistle, but they got to pick up the tempo. The clock's running. They got to get that sense of urgency. Catrati. Nope. Again, they kept it all up high, turned fire wide. Somebody hollered from Mount Anthony, why is that a kick? Well, it's pretty obvious it was a foul right there. So even a doofus like me do that, yeah. And again, smart play by Mount Anthony, taking their time, using all the time allotted to them to set the ball, mark the ball, let that clock run off. Down to 30 seconds to go in the season opener for Mount Anthony and Mill River. And Mount Anthony making the trying to make the trip down south, or up north from down south, worth the ride. Yeah, they're able to relieve the pressure and get the ball down in their end. Time enough for one more rush, maybe 17, 16. No, as Mount Anthony will get possession. It'll take a miracle to tie it up. And all they got to do basically just dump it in, let the clock expire, and that's all Hammond's doing. He's waiting to hear that horn sound. He'll kick it up and out, and that's it. Congratulations to Mount Anthony. They'll get the win 1-0 over Mill River. And again, that goal came way back in the first half as Murphy will get the goal, but again, it's only the first soccer game of the season. So keep watching PEGTV or go to PEGTV.com.